What's up, guys? John Johnson Signature Group, Exit Platinum Realty here for another, a special episode of Real Estate Keys. And of course, I have my man Joe Falla with some very, very interesting news. But before we do that, Joe, introduce yourself, man, and tell us what's this breaking news, so to speak.
Everybody is Joe Falla. Joe does mortgages, NMLS 1925079. And John, you know what? We've got some breaking news today. Breaking news alert. Breaking news alert, guys. So I'm here to announce that as of November 1st, the New Jersey HMFA program, the New Jersey Housing Mortgage and Finance Agency, is proud to announce that they are now offering a $15,000 down payment assistance for qualified buyers. Now, the program does work in two different ways. It's either $15,000 or $10,000. So if you live in one of these counties, on the top, Bergen, Essex, Hudson, Hunterdon, Mercer, Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean, Morris, Passaic, Somerset, Union, if you qualify, if the house you're looking to purchase falls within the urban targeted areas, and we'll go into that in a moment, you will qualify for up to a $15,000 down payment forgivable loan. It's a second loan, it's a second mortgage, and it is forgivable after 5 years. And if you are in one of the other counties, Atlantic, Burlington, Camden, Cape May, Cumberland, Gloucester, Selden, Sussex, or Warren, the $10,000 loan is still available. The $10,000 down payment assistance is still available. That is the breaking news. You know what, John? We forgot to talk about the rates. So these are the rates as of today, November 3rd. Again, these are not my rates. I'm not quoting any other bank's rates out there. This is just giving you an average of someone with a 740 credit score looking to put 20% down on a home, what their actual interest rate would come out to be. So you can see here your fix, jumbo, VA, 30-year, 15-year. So this is what the rates are looking like. As you can see on the bottom, the mortgage bond rate is a little bit in the red today. So that is our mortgage update in regards to interest rates. So John, what do you think about that?
So Joe, if you could pull that screen back up, I think this is great news. I think that the program has been around because I know we spoke about it before in a previous episode about the $10,000 grant being available, but it looks like if you're in North or Central Jersey, based on the breakdown, you kind of got an increase from the state of an additional $5,000, which makes it $15,000. And South Jersey still remains the same with that $10,000 forgivable down payment assistance. So it's still a beautiful thing, and I guess for the state to kind of give an additional $5,000, they're kind of acknowledging the increase in home prices in North Jersey, which has been significant during the pandemic. Not to say prices haven't went up in South Jersey, but there was definitely, I think, a larger spike percentage-wise in North and Central Jersey. So, this is very, very, very helpful when it comes to someone buying in North and Central Jersey. This is great.
Absolutely, John. I think this is an amazing offer given by New Jersey, the state of New Jersey. Now, you don't have to be an existing resident of New Jersey. If you're moving into one of these counties, you can qualify for one of these two programs, which is an amazing offer for our friends on the other side of the river, or someone looking to move in New Jersey, or looking to move back into New Jersey.
Right. And
definitely changes. I think it's definitely leveling out the playing field for a lot of borrowers. In the last couple of months that may have been priced out due to interest rate hikes, or maybe just priced out for the amount of money they need for their down payment and closing, or if they were just almost there previously and they just needed a little bit of additional assistance. So definitely this is going to help a lot of homes, a lot of buyers, and a lot of so it's going to make a lot of happy families in the near future.
Absolutely. And, one of my favorite cities that I always bring up when it comes to things like this would be the grant program in East Orange. Newark has one as well, but East Orange has a significant grant program of $25,000 for those that are eligible and for those that qualify. And again, Joe, I pitched this question to you. Can someone not only get this $15,000 from the state, but also get the $25,000 from East Orange?
So every county, with the exception of this program, every county has, not every county, but a lot of counties in New Jersey have their own down payment assistance program. I know there's something in Passaic. I know East Orange has their own. Within each, the cities has their own program. You can add on a third leg to this, or essentially a third lien onto the property, but now we're adding an additional layer to the loan, which may extend the process a little bit more because now we've got 2 extra parties involved in the loan. But you can add on a third. You can, if you qualify, and there are guidelines outside of what my bank offers or our expectations.
Okay. So, bottom line is, if a lender such as, the company that you work for, Joe, is willing to, do the legwork, do all the paperwork, work with the state, work with the municipality, in the case of East Orange, if you qualify, you're looking at $40,000 in forgivable assistance, as long as you're occupying the home for the terms and conditions that they state, as a requirement in getting this assistance. I mean, this is amazing. Up to $40,000. I think Newark is like $10,000. $40,000, $25,000. I mean, $15,000 in itself is a lot of money. And then you bundle that whatever that the county or municipality is offering. I think it's absolutely amazing. One
of the things I definitely want to relate, John, when it comes to qualifying borrowers, is for yourself and any other realtors or prospects that are looking to purchase a home. You definitely want to bring some skin to the game, right? So we don't want to make it seem as if, $15,000, I can go out and now I have the money that I have saved up for the last couple in the last couple of years. I can use that for the upcoming holiday. Pump your brakes. We still want to look at the big picture about, buying real estate, not paying your landlord anymore, and becoming financially independent through real estate. So you definitely want to educate our borrowers, our friends and family. Real estate agents want to pass this information along to your prospects. We want to bring some skin to the game. So it doesn't necessarily mean you don't have to put any money up. There's still attorneys that have to be paid for. There's still escrow monies that have to be placed. So this is not something we give you before the fact. This is something that's going to be given to you during the loan process. So you still need some skin in the game.
Right. And just to piggyback off of the education part, with this program being issued by the state, there's a course that has to be taken.
There is.
To kind of prevent you from going out there and doing exactly what you just said.
So here's some of the program overviews, right? So they will allow us to go down to a credit score of 620. So how that works is when you fill out the application with us, we take your middle. We run your we run the credit. We look at your middle score, and as long as it's above a 620, you can most likely qualify. We're looking for 3 years continuous work history. So, the guideline for my company is that you at least have 2 years continuous work history. They're asking for one more piece. They're making sure that you've worked in the last 3 years, and you can show us tax returns showing that as well. Healthy credit score. This kind of work coincides with the first thing. Doesn't mean that because you may have missed 1 or 2 credit card payments in the last 3 to 4 years that you're going to disqualify. It's better that you fill out the application, have me go with you. But they're definitely looking for people with healthier credit scores. It doesn't, and I'll be, to be 100% transparent, if you've missed a couple of car payments in the last couple of months, that may hurt you. That may hurt you. But fill out the application. Don't let the unknown stop you from finding out what you may need to get done in order to get this process done for you. It does have to be, like I mentioned earlier, there is a system that we use with New Jersey. You can pick out a few addresses, or maybe you already have a home in mind in one of those counties. You provide me the address, I put it into a system. It'll tell me if it qualifies for either the $15,000 or $10,000 program. Okay, there are income limits to this depending on the county. Don't quote me on this, but the average is around $142,000 to $145,000 depending on the county, and that's total between one applicant, two applicants, or three applicants. So between the three applicants, or however many are on the loan, the total income cannot go over $145,000. And then, in regards to what you were just talking, John, there is a HUD counseling course that does have to be completed. It's an online thing. I think it's like $50 or so. I've sent it out to clients before, and they've got it done within an hour or so. So they just want to have you review some things just to make sure you're completely educated on what you're getting yourself into. Because this is honestly one of the biggest purchases you're going to ever make in your life.
Right. And, it's not like they're putting you through, hell, so to speak.
No, it's not like other programs where it's a 1 to 2-3 year process. It's just another additional layer to the loan, just to make sure you're educated to the best of your knowledge.
Now, Joe, as far as length in getting approval for this program, is it going to take a lot longer than your traditional, mortgage application?
Great question, John. So actually, the way the process is going to work is my bank will actually do the underwriting as normal. So we fill out the application, we get your documents, W-2s, tax returns, bank statements, IDs, social security cards. We put it through our system. I then get you underwritten, approved, and as normal, right? Like you've done thousands of other loans, John, or worked with other, lenders in the past. The only extra layer is that once that package is completely approved through my end, we then put it into the New Jersey HMFA system. They basically review the documents, right? There's 1 or 2 documents that I have to provide the borrower that they have to complete, really easy. And then they just review the application, make sure we haven't missed anything. And then they give us the clear to close on their end. And from as of the conversation I've had with them last week, it's adding about maybe 2 to 3 days to the process, 2 to 3 business days.
We're not talking weeks. We're just talking a couple of days.
Not weeks. No. They're definitely not trying to hold anything back. They understand the intensity of the market right now, and they're not trying to make anyone lose out on, this home that they just fell in love with.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is not quite it is a game changer. It is a game changer.
It really is.
It's a great alternative to those that are watching this video that are enrolled in some other grant assistant programs that may take weeks, months, or even years.
Tons of education that has to be put into some of these additional programs.
Tons of education, and the funding, from what I understand, it's there. It's
unlimited, John. They're literally begging us to get this information out to realtors and future home buyers.
Yeah. So I think this is huge. We were happy with 10. Now it's 15.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
What I definitely want, what I'm definitely trying to relay here in this message, in this video, is to make the buyers and real estate agents that are going to represent these buyers and the seller agents, this is not something where someone's basically coming, with their hand out because they don't have anything. You know what I mean? The medium income in New Jersey is like $85,000. They're letting someone that's an individual buyer that makes $145,000 a year. They're making them eligible for this program. That's someone that makes $145,000 today. It's not a low income buyer.
Right.
This is just help. This is just some assistance. Just like what happened during COVID, everyone, got some assistance. What happened with now, what's going on with the down payment assistance, everyone is taking some assistance. The government and the state is just trying to help the process along.
Okay. And Joe, I guess the other question I would have, does this apply to a single family? Can you buy a multifamily property with this?
Great question. Yeah, I missed that completely. You can actually go up to a 4-unit on this, and then the purchase amount, there are limits on the purchases. It goes up to about about almost $750,000 on up to a 4-unit. You can use this up to a 4-unit and new construction.
And new construction. So if there's a development being built somewhere within these targeted areas, new construction, you meet the income limit, your credit is where it is, you have a little bit to bring to the table. I don't know. Or you've been waiting for this funding from another program to go into play, and I don't know. It's hard to not give this a shot. And really, Joe, it starts with you. How do they get a hold of you?
So you get a hold of me, all social media, Joe Does Mortgages, or at 908-669-9091.
And as always, I can be reached at 908-338-0639, hashtag Johnson Signature Group. Joe, thank you again for the breaking news. Absolutely. And for you out there that are listening, that are watching, I know the wheels are spinning. All you have to do is reach out to one of us. Worst case scenario is you don't get it. You don't get the assistance. Best case scenario is you have an additional $10,000 or $15,000 based on where you're looking to purchase in the state of New Jersey to go towards your down payment or your closing costs, in addition to whatever the county or your town is offering in regards to assistance, if your county or municipality is offering something in addition to that.
Buyers, if something may have happened in the last couple of months, life happens, and you've saved up, you've worked, you bust your tail to save up X amount of money for your down payment, closing costs. Something may have happened in life. Your car broke down. You had to change jobs. Your babysitter quit on you, and now you got to go out and try to find someone, and they're charging you more than what you were paying before. This is a way to get back into the game. And real estate agents, everyone has, their favorite loan officer or favorite bank that they're working with. This just because I'm saying it's available doesn't mean that every bank has taken the training or is qualified to offer this program. So real estate agents, seller agents, buyer agents, make sure if you're asking your loan officer or your bank specialist about this, make sure they have taken the training and that their bank is qualified to offer this program.
And Joe, what happens if they find out their lender is not qualified? They did not take the training for the program.
So the next step is to call 908-669-9091. Call or text Joe Fowler. Joe Does Mortgages.
You guys can mess around and try to, beat the system and try to figure it out along with your lender if you want, but it'll take a lot of time. My advice to you, find a lender that knows about the program. They know the ins and outs of it, and they can get you the funding that you need. Joe, awesome. Thank you for the breaking news, man.
John.
Appreciate
no borrower left behind. Remember, John, that's our mantra.
That's what we're trying to do, man.
If you just need some advice, please, guys, feel free to reach out. It doesn't cost anything to ask questions. I don't have a playbook that I'm going to charge you. I don't have the 2023 first-time home buyer playbook. It's, it's no, like I always say, it's no dumb question. It's just a question you haven't asked before.
That's right. And your rent is still going to be at an interest rate of 100%. So
yes, rent is always 100%.
Always 100%. But
there's tons of equity in rent, but it's just not in your favor. It's for the landlord.
And it will always be 100%. Sometimes even more if you don't pay your rent on time. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen,
some of these buildings are charging to throw to dispose of your garbage now. John, have you heard this? Some buildings are charging $20, $25, $50 to throw away your garbage. It's like, I guess they're not putting garbage chutes in the buildings anymore.
I have heard that.
Okay, I thought it was just me. I thought it was something I misheard.
Yeah, I have. But nonetheless, guys, thank you again. This has been another episode of Real Estate Keys. And until next time, think about what we just talked about. Have a good one, folks.
All right, guys.